If you're tuned into this broadcast, you are the resistance. Fuck 'em. What's up, everybody? What's fucking cracking? I need to hit the gym. I'm not looking very pumped, dude. I need a pump. I need a pump, dude. I need a dick pump. You fucking shit. All right, what's going on? I wonder why I'm not getting as many views on these streams as I did last year. And I wasn't even on camera for most of them. We gotta fix that shit. Like, share, subscribe, suck my balls. They're lying. I actually have millions of views. They're just lying about the numbers. There's millions of people watching. All right, the 4-2 Jaguars take on the Saints. I got the Jaguars in this one. I mean, pretty obvious pick. They've been playing better football. You do the measurables. It's a good pick. Yeah, let's do our research here. Here's why I picked the Jaguars. Looking at stats, bro. Looking at the numbers. What do the numbers say? Oh man, Lawrence tried to slide and then they kind of touched him. You're not even allowed to touch him, bro. Why do you want to touch him? He's sliding. When you slide, you give yourself up and you're down like where you slide. You don't need to do nothing. These dudes ain't getting it. Well, most of them aren't very smart anyways. Dumb bastards. That's not a racist thing. I'm talking about the white guys too. Other than quarterbacks, the dumber someone is, the better, or the better someone is at football, the dumber they are. I knew kids that were super smart when it came to football, but fucking retarded when it came to normal life. Damn, this Jaguars offense, they don't really fuck around with the huddle, huh? They're going very quickly here. Throw into the backfield to Evan Ingram, the tight end, and maybe a couple yards. But yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, you look at the Jaguars, they've had a great season so far. 7.62 SRS, that's 5th in the NFL. Damn. Meanwhile, the Saints, minus 0.79, 19th in the NFL. So they kind of suck. I mean, it's like middle of the pack. They're not kind of suck. They're just very mediocre. They don't suck. They're just literally about as mediocre as you can get. Only a 3-man rush on 3rd and 7, and Lawrence still threads the needle in the zone. That's fucking embarrassing, dude. How are you going to only rush 3 and drop 8? You're not going to man up? And they're bunched in there, too. Bro, they just found a little soft spot in that zone. He just trolled the fuck out of him. What's this little heart thing do? What's that? What does that do? 100. Does that like, if I keep clicking this, does it like give me does it put me in the algorithm if I hit my own buttons? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Damn, you look away for 1 second. They already ran a play. Oh, that time. Whoa, a new football play. Oh, shit. Agnew nearly scored a touchdown down at the 1-yard line. That was a new play. I've never seen anything like that before. They're going to have to show that again. What just happened? Lawrence was like going to hand it off, and then he flipped it real quick forward. Like it looked like it was going to be a stretch play to the outside, and then he like flipped it forward real quick. And there's ETN up the middle for a touchdown. Oh no, my lineup. Oh, no. We have to go back in time. I forgot to set my lineup again. Every single fucking Thursday. I think my team's like 4-2, though. I forget to set my lineup every Thursday. I have Alvin Kamara. Oh, did I fuck up? No, I did. I needed to start Chris Olave. I'm going to have to start Gabe Davis, and no, I really needed to start him. I guess I have KJ Osborne. That will do. I mean, is he healthy, though? Oh, my God. This is the second. All right, well, last week it didn't burn me. Last week I accidentally left Cortland Sutton in my starting lineup, and I did not want him there. And this week I forgot to start Chris Olave. God damn it. I'm washed in fantasy football. I used to be a fantasy god, dude. I was obsessed with fantasy. Like, I would set, like, waiver night. I would set, like, an hour of my time aside to just do all my team's waivers. I'd have, like, usually, like, 4 to 10 money leagues a year. So when you have that many money leagues, you actually want to pay attention to the team and do the waivers and stuff. Oh, this skeleton dancing thing with the Reese's. I don't like Reese's, dude. This Reese's shit was some fucking brainwash. They're like, they'll get you real bad. Like saying like, yeah, it's super high in sugar and really unhealthy for you and literally will make you sick. Shit's fucked up, man. Oh, they'll get, you know, that the Reese's commercial with Will Arnett? They're like, yep, Reese's peanut butter cups, they'll get you real bad. That's so fucking demonic. And it's such an, like, if you eat one of those, oh. Dude, candy, like, makes me feel so shitty. I don't know how people can just eat candy. There's this girl at my work. She's really nice, but I seen her the other day eating hella candy. I mean, I've done it before. I'm not making fun of her, but everyone does that work every once in a while. Just gets a bunch of candy from the vending. You're having a bad day, you just get a bunch of candy from the vending machine. It can never just be one piece of candy. That's like me and Taco Bell. It can just never be one burrito. You know, maybe it would be I could do it once a week. Once a week, have a Taco Bell burrito. But I can't do it like that. Same way with alcohol. Oh, have a few drinks every once in a while. Yay. Or have a good night. Have 12 beers every once in a while. But that does not, like 12 beers. If I drink 12 beers, that ends up being like 50. That ends up Bender bottle of liquor. Like if I drink one beer, it turns like one beer. If I drink one beer, it turns into 50 beers. If my intention, like, oh, I'm just going to buy one beer, drink it, I will go get more as long as I have money for it. And if I don't have money for it, I'll scrounge up as much change as I can to get as much alcohol as I can. If I'm on the booze. Now I'm off the booze. I'm not on the booze. I'm off the booze, which is good. It's not for everybody. For some people, they enjoy it every day, and that's cool. I'm not going to judge nobody. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're so bad for drinking alcohol. I'm not a fucking schmutt. Derek Carr back to pass. He's throwing to Kamara, and he fucking drops it, you fucking Jew. Oopsies. Oh, we're not supposed to say that anymore, are we? You fucking Palestine. You Palestinian. That's the new insult. Jew just has such a nice ring to it, you Jew. Yeah. You guys seen the AI cover of Hitler for Without Me by Eminem? It's like Hitler's voice singing Without Me. And it's, this Eminem song, like, that's like, now this looks like a job for me. And it's Hitler's voice. Dude, when I heard that, I was so excited. And I was like, see, Kyle. Oh. Yeah, I'm one of the only sports streamers in the history of sports streaming that will make Nazi jokes. I All right, already a 3rd and 4. Let's go. Let's go, Jacksonville. Are they going to bring the heat here? Looking like they're going to rush maybe 5 guys. Nope, 4-man rush. Carr back to pass. They get some pressure, but it passes Carr. They take bad angles. He dumps it down to Kamara for the first down. Nice rush for Jacksonville. They got back there fast, but they overextended, and Carr just simply stayed in the pocket and stepped up in the pocket to evade the rush. Kamara looks pretty badass with the chain hanging. That's what I would do with the chain hanging out. That's what I'd look like. Oh, shit. Derek Carr lining up as a receiver. He's not very fast, is he? Taysom Hill coming in at quarterback. Oh, they like to run that option. There he goes to the outside. Taysom Hill's going to have like 7 yards. They get him involved. And for good reason. He started some games for them. A quarterback, I believe. Weren't they going to like go with him one year? They were like legit going to put him, like he was going to be their starter. He's just not good enough at throwing the ball and reading defenses, passing wise. Running wise, he's got great ball carrier vision. He played tight end, H-back, fullback, running back, receiver, quarterback. Does it all. And special teams and can tackle too. Oh, shit. Carr does have a little bit of speed. There goes the white boy. Oh, he's honking down the field. Honky, honky, honky. Oh, I mean, I should have rang the bell for when I said Jew. No, probably not actually allowed to say Jew. We got to ring the bell when I say all the banned words. Where's everybody tonight? Nobody's watching the Saints game? I'll make a post. I should make a post on Facebook too. Now this looks like a job for me. Dude, it's so funny. It's Hitler's voice. It's so funny. Oh shit! What the Drew Brees up there? What's he eating, bro? He looks like he's eating like Easy Mac. He's got like a little bowl. It's probably something fancy as fuck. Drew Brees is up there eating Easy Mac, bro. What the fuck was he eating? It looked like he was eating like apple crisp. Fuck. There's Chris Olave with a first down. Damn, this is another one of those games though that I bet on the team that I like less. I like the Saints a lot more than I like the Jaguars. Like way more. I really like Chris Olave. He was amazing at Ohio State. I knew he was going to be wide receiver 1 easy. He had no chance of being a bust. He could have came out like super early. Mainly because he ran NFL routes in college. Like some guys in college, they're just a little bit more explosive than everyone else, but they don't necessarily have the route running skills or ball skills. But Olave ran a lot of those hook routes, comeback routes, where he'd really come back to the football. Really knows how to get open. But yeah, I fucked up. I should have started him in fantasy. I didn't do it on purpose. I just forgot to set my lineup. I think we'll be okay. I got Kamara in there. He's already got 2.3 points. Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs. My wide receivers are looking a little bit weak this week. Gabe Davis, Sutton, and KJ Osborne. I got Olave, Jamar Chase on the bench. That's a fuck up. Jamar Chase is on bye, and like I said, Olave, I just fucked up. Should have started him. Oh, no, I could throw Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's due for like a good game or for like a big touchdown catch, 70-yarder. He's due for it. Hunter Renfrow can probably be dropped. They're not really even playing him. No, he had 0 targets. No, let's get rid of him. Ooh, let's pick someone up new. Hire a few hot karate girls and make a movie called Kill Bill. I need to watch Kill Bill. I've never seen it. And like, I need to catch up on the Tarantino films. I'm not a big movie fan, but the Tarantino films are movies that I do like. I'm a fan of his films. But other than that, I'm not a huge movie guy. Saints get stopped on 3rd down, so they're going to have to try to kick a field goal, and it's wide right. The kicker fucked it. Yeah, I want to make a movie one day. I don't really know if I have... My creative mind is still returning to me. I still don't fully have my creative mind back. I keep trying to get it back, and every time I get close to having it back, something crazy pops up. Some kind of baby mama drama pops up. Every single fucking time I move on, she fucking has to cause bullshit drama. But we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, I'm like at work thinking about this shit. You know, thinking about life bullshit. Like, she can try to take my daughter away. What am I going to have to say to my lawyer? How do I protect myself? What time do I have to call my lawyer? Blah, blah, blah. And I tried today to like breathe, think about free flow, have the free flow thoughts. Because when I'm free flowing and not worried about bullshit, I have all sorts of good creative shit comes to my mind. Some of it's just retarded and silly and potty mouth and goofy. If I get too stoned, I just think of the N-word a lot. Is that bad? Movie made with drones that mimic flying nightmares? I want to do something like an astral projection. I want to make a movie about my life. I think that's what I'm doing, though, right? That's kind of what I do. I'm going to make a real life Truman Show and just document my entire life. Dude, they have eyes. Was that Dillard's? And they have those glasses with the camera at Dillard's. I didn't ask the dude really much about him. But they seem pretty. I don't know if you can like hook them up to a streaming service. Like, would I be able to hook those up to my phone as like a camera output? I don't know. Or camera input? I don't know. Damn, already only 5 minutes left here in the first. Trevor Lawrence going to sling it, and he's got Christian Kirk. Oh, shit, the goose is loose. I think Kirk might have lost it. Uh-oh. They're wrestling for it, and they're saying the Saints have the ball on the first play of the drive, up 7-0. Big momentum there for the Jaguars, but it quickly gets nullified by the fumble. I kind of looked away. I thought he was down. He was never he rolled over, but he was never touched. Yeah, his knee hit the ground and he fell over and shit, but he was never touched. That is a fumble. Nice call by the refs. I saw him roll over and looked away to adjust my screen. That was wild. But yeah, Kirk really blossomed last year. Let's take a look at that. Jaguars last year were only 9-8. They weren't really that good, but their SRS was 1.78, so they were slightly above average. That was good for 11th in the NFL. That's actually a good number. Last year was super competitive. There was a lot of teams right near zero and shit. Their offense was 10th. Defense was 12th. That'll win you a lot of football games. What did Lawrence do again? 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. 240 per game. ETN, there's a lot of question marks about him. Ended up averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Yeah, you see 1,100 yards, and it's not like a crazy amount, but he only had 220 carries. He had a great yards per attempt. You see guys getting like 300 carries per season. And he also had 300 yards in the receiving game. So, yeah, he had like a weird, what's that, Lisfranc injury? I don't really know what that means. I think it's something in your foot. I don't know if it's like a weird foot fungus or something. It's just a terrible, terrible foot fungus. His feet smelled so bad that he's not legally allowed within 100 yards of any human being. So he had to sit out the whole season until he got rid of his horrible foot fungus. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, it's some kind of like bone injury or some shit. And he missed his whole rookie year. So last year was his de facto rookie year, and he did a great job. Where was he drafted? Yeah, first round, 25th overall. That's right. They picked him high. He was crazy at Clemson. I remember him being nuts at Clemson. Remember that? Like, he was like, I thought he was going to be like a top 10 pick or something. He was nuts. Oh, my God. So, wait a second. The Saints have to punt, and Agnew fucking muffed it. Oh, my gosh. So, the Saints get the turnover, go 3 and out, punt the ball, and it gets muffed by the Jaguars, and my God. They just can't seem to keep the ball. What's up, Ron? How's it going, Ron? What's up, man? How are you doing tonight? The thing with ETN, it was almost like the eye test with him. He did put up some pretty crazy numbers, but it was almost like you see him and the big plays that he makes, and you're like, God damn, is he good? And he was averaging, look at that, 8.1 yards per attempt. For his career, 7.2. And yeah, he had a down year in his senior year. That's what happened. He probably should have went to the NFL after. He could have been a higher draft pick if he would have stayed. Because, yeah, that 2019 season was crazy. I guess 2020 was the pandemic year, so maybe there was something weird going on. Did have a lot of receiving yards that year, 588. But yeah, 2,000 total yards and 23 total touchdowns in 2019. He went pretty crazy. But yeah, spent some time as Trevor Lawrence's running back. Familiarity. They didn't end up getting any Clemson receivers. Who could they? What if they would have gotten T. Higgins? Well, that could happen. Although they don't really need T. Higgins, but that'd be a crazy 3-man group. I don't know if you need that, though. I think that's a little bit too crowded. I think you want the model like you look at what the Miami Dolphins have done. You know, you really only need 2 stud wide receivers. But I don't know. The Bengals kind of. I mean, how good is Boyd, Tyler Boyd? It's a pretty damn good receiver. I mean, he was like a high draft pick too, like 2nd rounder. So he's no slump. But yeah, they basically had 3 really good receivers, and it has worked out for 2 years. But this year, it's not really happening. All you really need is 2 great receivers. Last year, Kirk had 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's who we originally were talking about. Zay Jones was good too, and I think they kept him around. But then, of course, Calvin Ridley coming off that suspension. It's a pretty good duo. Kirk, Ridley, and Evan Ingram all have more than 300 yards. They're not really using Zay Jones much. He has 18 targets on the season. But yeah, he's a good depth piece for sure. Oh, I'm doing good tonight, Ron. I'm doing quite well. I'm a little tired. I need to get caught up in my sleep, so I'll have to go at halftime and get some rest. But other than that, feeling good. Evan Ingram, I always kept believing him. I wish I would have snagged him in deeper in the draft. Instead, I got Darren Waller. I could have waited for Evan Ingram. But I would get him all the time in fantasy over the years, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. He was originally a first-round draft pick as a tight end by the Giants. His best season was last year, 766 yards. He was good as a rookie, but then between there, like he kind of topped off around like 500 yards. Missed a lot of games too in some of these seasons. But he's been pretty steady over the years. And this year he's on pace 50 yards a game. Where's that going to get you? Evan Ingram is on pace for 850 yards. That'd be his best season. So kind of a guy that has improved his catching a little bit. You know, drops were a big issue for him. You look at like the amount of targets in some of these seasons. I mean, as a rookie, he really had drop problems. 115 targets, only 64 catches. And he had a rough time in 2020. 100 catches or 100 targets, 109 targets, and 63 catches. Damn, that's not great. But he seemed to the last 2 years, he's improved it. Second and goal for Derek Carr. He's got all day to throw. He's got to find somebody. Lofting one to the back of the end zone. One-handed crazy catch, but out of bounds. Incomplete. Tended for Shaheed. Now third and goal. What's with these karate bitches, Paulie? Oh, you're watching on Wacky Wisdom Sports? We're live on 2 different YouTube channels in case one of them gets censored. Trying to beat the algorithms. I don't really care which one gets watched. We do this for fun. As long as there's some way. Oh, hey, I got a new subscriber. I was at 109. I'm at 110. Well, thank you, whoever subscribed. I appreciate it. Derek Carr, end zone, tipped. Great play by Brown. Downtown Brown with the pass breakup intended for Michael Thomas. And the Saints have had plenty of gifts in this football game, but have not executed well on offense. Yeah, Carr needed to get that ball up way higher near the back of the end zone. That was not a very good lob ball. Well, now a chip shot field goal, and it is good. Nailed it. All right, let's see. What do we got? Karate chicks. I don't know. They're not really that hot. Maybe this one. I want to see them fight. Oh, there you go. They're lesing out. Okay, they're pretty. They need to drink more milk and get bigger titties. I guess you don't really want big tits if you're a fighter, because they get in the way. Oh, I don't think we can show that. Oh, who's the blonde? There we go. Whoa, Paige Van Zandt? Hold on. She might be the hot one in the UFC. Is she a UFC fighter? Oh, wow. Oh, she might be the hottest one in the UFC. Oh, she's got tits too? What? Oh, yeah. Check her out. Nips. I see Nip. I think. Maybe. Nice. Not wearing a bra. Way to be. There you go. I got me another woman on my radar for when I blow up and get famous and want to find my famous girlfriend. And we'll go back to this clip. We'll get married one day. And we'll go back to this clip. How I met your mother. I was just streaming and I came across her. I was shocked and awe. What is this? A dance off? I'm not a big fan of dancing, really, unless I'm like on Molly. Are they going to twerk? They're having a dance off? It's supposed to be UFC. They're supposed to either fight or les out. Not here for a dance off. She is really hot, though. I don't want to see her getting beat up. She's too pretty. Aw. Oh, they're not very good dancers. Yeah, they're UFC chicks. They're not very good at dancing, huh? They're supposed to, the weigh-in, they're supposed to be, someone's supposed to be like holding them back and they're supposed to be about to like fight each other. The female weigh-ins are so lame. They have dance-offs. They're supposed to be like flicking each other off. Oh, she's got 8 wins by submission. I'm not into that kind of stuff. All right, let's see what's going on in the game. Handoff up the middle. And Jaguars will face a 3rd down. They've had a pretty good offensive game so far. Touchdown drive to start her off, but now starting to stall out a little bit with all these fumbles. They've had 2 turnovers in the first quarter, and that hadn't happened in their first 6 games this year. Gotta take care of the football, man. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know. I thought the Jaguars were going to regress a little bit just because it's Jacksonville and it's just their luck, but I don't know. Do they still have Jim Bob Cooter? As long as they have Jim Bob Cooter still, they'll be fine. Oh, no. Jim Bob Cooter went to a different team. Who's he coaching for now? Jim Bob Cooter. That's the best name in history. Jim Bob Cooter. Oh, he's the offensive coordinator in Indianapolis now. Hey, they're winning some games. It's because they got Jim Bob. But yeah, if you look at that division, it's Colts, Texans, Titans with the Jaguars. It's not that tough. Like, yeah, the Texans are actually competitive this year, but They're sitting at 3-3. I don't know how long that's going to last. Same with the Colts. The Colts will fall off quicker. I think the Texans are better than the Colts. And the Titans just, they got a pretty solid roster and good defense and good coach, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to work out for them. I was a Titans doomsday prepper. I was telling everybody that they might have issues. The defense is getting a little bit older. Ryan Tannehill is just Ryan Tannehill. I mean, this is the stats he's going to put up. They're actually kind of down this year. He's usually going to give you like between 220 to 240 a game, average. He usually has a decent touchdown to interception ratio, but 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions this year, 62% completion percentage. I think that's kind of on par with his career. He's been average to below average guy. He was the 8th overall pick. He's had a decent career, though. A couple of years of 4,000 yards. But yeah, averages 227 for his career and a 64% completion percentage. So, I mean, it's nothing crazy. He had some good seasons with Miami tossing the ball to Jarvis Landry. I miss Jarvis on the Browns. I don't know. I don't dislike Tannehill. It's just he's just kind of like a Jimmy Garoppolo type of guy. You have to have a really stacked team around him in order to make a Super Bowl. They don't really have that. Derrick Henry he's still doing good, 4.3 yards per attempt, but he's used to averaging like 5. Like they got to work in this Spears guy a little bit more. He's averaging 5.5 yards per attempt. They need to work him in a little bit more. Henry's 29. And his first few seasons, they didn't give him a massive load. That's what she said. But over the last few years, he's like touched the ball the most in the NFL. And I've kind of predicted that this could be a down year and maybe he'll resurge next year or even the year after. Oh, a trick play for the Jaguars. Lawrence throws it behind the line of scrimmage, and then they throw it back to Lawrence, and he throws downfield to Agnew for a nice gain. But yeah, those first 2 years, I mean, he had 110 attempts as a rookie, and then 176 in his second season, then 215. That's nothing crazy for his first few years. But then they figured out that he was a fucking beast among men. 303, 378. Played 8 games in 2021 and still carried the rock 219 times. That's a lot of usage. And he did have an injury that year. Last year, 349 carries. Add in some receptions too. Not a lot of them, but some. This guy's probably, I know he's given out a beating, but he's taken one too. I guess his career yards per attempt is 4.7, so he's not too far off. But if you look in 2019 and 2020, 5.1, 5.4, and then 2021, 2022, 4.3, 4.4. So that's almost dropped by a yard, a whole yard. So, not saying the wheels are falling off this guy, but his prime might be a little bit behind him. And then outside of DeAndre Hopkins, they just don't have any threats in the receiving game. Westbrook Ikhine is more of a guy that you'd be excited about if he was your 4th wide receiver. Chris Moore, there's teams that he probably wouldn't even make. Okonkwo, the tight end, I know there's some Titans fans that say he's pretty good, but I have yet to see him make big plays or put up numbers. I'm sure if I watched the Titans, I'd have a better opinion of him, and say like, oh, they just need to get him more targets. Chris Moore, though, does have 5 catches for 140 yards. He's averaging 28 yards per catch. Oh, shit. There goes Travis Etienne bursting to the outside and into the end zone. Pylon touchdown. There you go. Now the score is more reflective of what this game has been. I know there's been the 2 turnovers, but the Saints have not looked great on offense or defense. They've just gotten those 2 lucky fumbles. Jaguars are still up easily. Yeah, that time they had the whole offensive line shifting to the right, and they ran left. Deceptive run play, old school. I know Burks has only played 3 games, and he's had 6 catches, 99 yards. I guess Burks could be a guy that scares you, but he's not really putting it up. So I don't know. They might be at the point where it's like, see what you got with Malik Willis or throw in Levis. Might be time. Have Malik Willis be your tank commander. Although if they do suck ass this year and they end up with the top 5 pick, I don't think they will, but they're 2-4. If this continues, they'll be one of the worst teams. And there are going to be some interesting quarterback prospects. Caleb Williams has really been hurting his draft stock, though. He could lose that number 1 pick. He shit the bed against Notre Dame. He just hasn't looked like an NFL quarterback, really. A lot of his big plays have been lucky. And his character. I mean, think if you're an NFL GM, you're probably, 50, 60, maybe even 70 years old. And you got this kid painting his nails and then also saying, whoever drafts me, I want ownership in, and saying that there's a list of teams he'll play for, and other than that, he won't play for anybody else. That's some character issues right there. You got to understand the business of the NFL. You got to earn your spot. Nobody just walks in like that and owns a team. Ownership stake. They're not even, dude, I don't think in the bargaining agreement, I don't think you can have an ownership stake. Like Patrick Mahomes got an ownership stake in the Kansas City Royals, not the Chiefs. So the fact that he would even say that, that's what happens. These kids start making money and it all goes to their head and they think they're a superstar. And he's saying he's going to stay at USC. See how that works out, buddy. But yeah, that was a good play by the Jaguars. You got everybody moving right, looking like you're about to do a stretch play, and then he tosses it real quick to the left. Trick the defense. Going back to the Titans, what's their remaining schedule look like? This week is week 7, so they have a bye. Atlanta at home. Atlanta's not great on the road, so that could be a win for them. Then they got to go at Pittsburgh. Anytime you go there, it's tough, no matter if the Steelers are good or bad. At Tampa Bay, I mean, Baker Mayfield's got them playing decent. We have seen the Jaguars, what they can do. Panthers suck. Colts will probably really suck by then. So there's three pretty winnable games here, and then 2 tough ones. I guess the Buccaneers aren't that great. This isn't that bad, though. Falcons, Steelers, Buccaneers, Panthers, Colts, Texans, Seahawks, Texans again. It's actually not bad. The Titans could actually turn around and make the playoffs. These are winnable games. They could be a team to watch. If they get Hopkins going, Tannehill gets his shit together, and Henry starts going beast mode like he used to in his prime, getting those 5 yards per carry, they could be back in it. Especially if they can beat Jacksonville twice. They'll have a chance to beat Jacksonville twice and kind of dethrone them. Nice catch there by Foster Moreau, one of the tight ends. He actually had cancer coming into the season. Beat it. Now he's out there making plays. I kind of like him. He filled in for Darren Waller in Las Vegas with the Raiders. And he had some good games. They used him a little bit as a tight end too. Guy that's familiar with Derek Carr, so bring him into New Orleans. Not a bad idea. Why the fuck isn't Kamara on the field? Come on, I got him in fantasy. Let's go. I got this other dude in there. Who the hell is their other running back? Fuck. Williams? Oh, is that Jamal Williams that they got? Yeah, that's right. They got Jamal Williams too. That was a good pickup, although he hasn't done much this year. He's only averaging 2.7 yards per attempt. He's not really holding it down. He led the league in touchdowns last year. He doesn't have any. So the Lions were smart. They brought in Montgomery, who's been a lot better than he has. Carr on a big 3rd and 3. Throws down deep to the sideline. And another breakup by the secondary of Jacksonville. Again, intended for Michael Thomas. Ball just not high pointed enough for him to get over the defender. I'd rather have Chris Olave run that outside route. That ball wasn't thrown nearly far enough. Oh, shit. Saints going to go for it as they're at the Jacksonville 45. They are going. Here's the snap. Carr throwing, and it's tipped incomplete. He had Olave open. Oh, there is a flag on the field. Might have been holding. Are the Saints about to get bailed out right here? I don't know. Honestly, I convinced myself about 30 minutes before the Browns game that we could win. I was driving on my way to my grandparents' house to watch the game, and I'm like, we can win this game. I know we don't have Deshaun or Chubb, but we can win. We just got to figure it out, hope some things go our way, and play some good defense, and we can win it. I convinced myself. I always do on Sundays, no matter what the situation is with the Browns, no matter where they're at in the season. By Sunday, I can convince myself we're going to win today. I bring good energy to the team. If everyone fought like that, we'd win every game. It's spiritual magic. Now, in that first drive, I was a little bit like, ooh, this isn't looking good, because the 49ers just ran down there easily and scored a touchdown. But we leveled things out pretty quickly. There was a lot of penalties. There's a lot of bullshit penalties against us early in that game. But then they kind of made it fair at the end because they gave San Francisco some bullshit penalties. I mean, they weren't bullshit. But it's just like some of those penalties happen on every play, and they only call it sometimes. But yeah, the Browns seem to have a generational defense. And that can put you in any game, no matter what the circumstances. I'll be right back. I need some water. I mean, the Browns did win on a missed field goal, but happens a lot in the NFL. How many times have the Browns lost a game because they missed a field goal over the years? A lot, let me tell you. Ten minutes left in the second. That was a kind of a dumb decision by the Saints. I mean, down 14-3, and you're going to go for it on fourth down and potentially put Lawrence in this rolling offense in good field position. I know they were kind of thinking we really need to get a touchdown or some points on the board, but you could have really pinned them back. Well, Lawrence on 3rd and 10, so Saints looking to get a hold. Lawrence, under heavy pressure, has to get rid of it. No dice. Fourth down. So now they'll probably pin the Saints back deep. So even though you get a stop, you lose. See, imagine if you would have just punted that ball. Would have been even harder for Lawrence because he would have been pinned back and more pressure to get some yardage. Then you win that field position battle. I don't know. Not a great decision by the coach. Fair caught at the 13-yard line. So Saints have a long, long way to go, but plenty of time to get there. Is Jimmy Graham doing anything? He has 1 catch, 8 yards, 1 touchdown. So they're barely using him. When's the last time he's been relevant? 5-time Pro Bowler. He really was good, though. He only had 14 catches for 167 yards last year. With Chicago in 2020, he had 50 catches for 456. The year before that, kind of the same thing with Green Bay. Last time he had like near 1,000 was 2016 with Seattle. He had 900 yards. He didn't do much as a rookie, but then that second season, 99 catches, 1,300, 900 yards. Like if you get over 800 yards as a tight end, that's a really good season. Some of these years, double-digit touchdowns. 86 touchdowns in his career. 8,500 yards. So, yeah, he's... In his prime, he was like an all-time great tight end. He just didn't really continue his prime that long. He was still good. He just wasn't as dominant as he was originally. He's still plugging around, 36 years old. Unnecessary roughness. They're not being nice. Whoa, what are you doing? He slammed Kamara down. Take it easy. That's my fantasy player, you dick. He's pointing at the coach was pointing at his head like, you fucking idiot, use your head. Use your brain. I know it's in there somewhere. Saints going for a little jet sweep. That play is becoming very popular in the NFL. Under center, you bring a guy in motion, take the snap, turn, and just hand it to him real quick. Have him run to the outside. All right, Kamara made a catch. There we go. That's a point. A dog in northern Denver sniffed a package and got sick from taking a hit of meth. Even the dogs are getting hooked. Hell yeah. Meth dogs. Here we go. Now we got meth dogs. Cocaine cats, cocaine bears, meth alligators. Now meth dogs. 3rd and 3 for the Saints. Here they go again. And they can't get it. Another nice play in the secondary. No flags. Olave wants one. Not going to get it. I don't think they'll go for it again on 4th and 3, but Carr's fucking pissed. All right, anyways, my brain's kind of out of brain juice, so no point in me just sitting here watching the game if I'm not going to be talking a bunch. So I'm going to log out for the night and get my rest. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, keep it fucking real, and we will catch you next time. Peace.